of two suspects in a Harrison County home invasion is dead after the homeowner shot him.
Because of the flu, UK healthcare now has temporary visitation restrictions.
Here for the first time from the new Lexington Chief of Police.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at Noon.
Good afternoon from WKYT. We begin this noon hour with a breaking news alert in Lexington. I'm Bill Bryant alongside Rebecca Smith. Barbara's off today. Right now, police are at the scene of a shooting.
This happened just before 11 o'clock this morning in the parking lot of the Griffiths Market on East 6th Street near Pemberton Lane. This is a live look right now at the scene. Police say the victim went next door to get help. We're told the man was alert, but he does have a life-threatening injury. Police are looking at surveillance video to try and learn more about two men who escaped after this shooting. We have a crew on the way, and we'll be bringing you the latest details coming up in a report at 12:30. Well, police are investigating a deadly home invasion in Harrison County. Happened overnight at a home on Monroe Lane, south of Cynthiana. Investigators say one of two suspects showed up at the hospital with a gunshot wound, where he was later pronounced dead. WKYT's Hillary Thornton spoke with the homeowner, who says he shot the intruder. It's our top story at noon.
In fear for his own life, that is how the Harrison County homeowner here on Monroe Lane describes the moments leading up to that shooting. Bill Jolly says he just returned home from Lexington a little after midnight when two masked men kicked in his front door and then attacked him.
Came in and tackled me, and just a fight ensued, and made it to the bedroom where we went through a drywall wall and got my gun off the nightstand and was able to fire at one of them, and they took off.
He says he never thought he would have to go through something like this, but believes he did what he had to do to stay alive.
What could have happened is I wouldn't have been able to see my daughter, and that scared. It's pretty scary. You know, you think that you're safe at home, and I don't know why people do the things they do. I can't explain what they do or why they do it, but you know, it's a shame that you have to be so afraid and have to take precautions to protect what you've worked for.
Now, Jolly says he does not know the two intruders, but does say there was an attempted break-in here at his home about 2 weeks ago. He was not home during that time, but says his security system stopped that break-in. In Harrison County, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
And the names of the victim and the other suspect are not being released at this time as Kentucky State Police continue their investigation.
We're learning some more now about a man who was killed in a deadly overnight crash in Lexington. The victim was found off Georgetown Road near the Fayette-Scott County line just before 3 o'clock this morning. 22-year-old Dustin Keith Smith was pronounced dead at the scene. But as WKYT's Mark Barber reports, police think he crashed hours earlier.
The coroner says the 22-year-old Georgetown man, Dustin Smith, was killed after his car ran off the road here at the Fayette-Scott County line and crashed through this fence. His family tells us that Smith had a very young son. We're told the 22-year-old just moved to Georgetown 3 weeks ago. Investigators tell us Smith was driving north on Georgetown Road this morning when he crossed over the median and drove past oncoming traffic. The owner of the property where Smith crashed says the car stopped just 3 feet from his house after it smashed through two fences and a line of trees. We're told the 22-year-old was thrown from the car and died at the scene. The property owner says he heard the crash around 12:30 this morning, but he says when he looked around, he didn't see anything. We're told police didn't know there was a deadly crash until 2:45, when a driver who was passing by realized what happened and called police. Smith's family tells us his death is especially hard because it happened so close to the holidays. That's why Beverly Midwaño says she's going to give something to Smith's son.
I have already planned to go get Christmas for the little boy because I know it means very much to the children. And without the extra support and everything that the mother's going to be going through right now, Christmas is going to be the last thing on her mind.
The coroner says they are running toxicology tests, but so far they don't know why Smith ran off the road. In Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you very much. And of course, the family is now trying to finalize his funeral arrangements here at the holidays. Well, a man has pleaded guilty to causing a deadly chain reaction crash. The Richmond Register reports that Brian Mangan admitted that he drank several beers before crashing on I-75 in Madison County back in February. That crash led to the deaths of Meredith Busher of Richmond and Jeffrey Campbell of Corbin. The paper reports that Mangan will be sentenced on wanton endangerment charges in February.
After 3 weeks of searching, Lexington has a new chief of police. Mayor Jim Gray named Assistant Chief Mark Barnard for the job during a news conference this morning. He beat out 3 other candidates for the position. WKYT's Kristen Kennedy is inside City Hall with reaction from the new chief.
Dozens of officers, council members, and city leaders packed into this entrance for the announcement. Mayor Gray told us that he made the decision last night to appoint Mark Barnard, the new chief of police.
The chief's primary responsibility is public safety, safety of all our citizens. And when he's looking and considering every day, how are we going to wake up today, thinking how are we going to improve today what we did yesterday, and this is a sign of a leader.
The mayor talked of Barnard's 28 years of service and his current work as assistant chief. He called the new chief a bridge builder with a strong background in community-oriented policing. The search committee interviewed 4 candidates before recommending to the mayor Barnard. The new chief was visibly moved when talking about the men and women he works beside who have helped him achieve this new position.
We sacrifice a lot, and it's emotional because I know how much they want to serve this community. And to be representative of the body and soul of these people that sacrifice every day is overwhelming at times, but they deserve the gratitude that they get.
His wife and children helped pin him. In Lexington, Kristen Kennedy, WKYT.
Well, Barnard officially starts as chief on January 12th.
And he'll be our guest coming up in the next half hour of WKYT News. Well, it is the first full day of winter, but it will be feeling more like fall over the next few days with mild temperatures and the chance for some heavy rain here and there. Those showers could then turn into snow just in time for Christmas. WKYT meteorologist Micah Harris live in our First Alert Weather Center with a look ahead. Micah.
Yeah, it does feel really good outside. It's a southeast wind. We're looking at a little sunshine action too, and that's where you get 50s. And may even hit a 60-degree reading when it's all said and done down south. Live sky camera there is your shot as clouds continue just to filter on in. Planning ahead, though, as we go through the rest of the afternoon, I think we stay dry for the most part. There's only a small rain chance. 53 degrees, though. Feels very pleasant. Rain will be on the increase after sunset. That's the bulk of it moving on in. But the rain transitioning to snow will be right around Christmas Eve and off into Christmas. So what are the chances as we continue to focus on our forecast for a white Christmas? Well, I'll really jot that down for you in your full forecast, probably about 10 minutes.
All right, look forward to that, and we'll see you in just a bit, Micah. In response to an increasing number of flu cases in the state, there are now some temporary rules in place that you'll need to know if you plan to visit someone at UK Hospital. The UK Chandler Medical Center, Kentucky Children's Hospital, and Good Samaritan all have enacted visitation restrictions. WKYT's Sam Smith is at UK Hospital with the details. Sam?
These restrictions are designed to keep everyone working and healing here at the hospital safe. The temporary guidelines call for no visitors under the age of 12, no visitors with any flu symptoms. Only 2 visitors will be allowed in a patient's room at a time. Masks and other protective clothing may be issued to visitors. Exceptions will be made on a case-by-case basis. The decision to put those measures in place came from hospital officials monitoring the flu season. They say they have 3 patients in the hospital right now with the flu. 58 patients have visited the hospital in the last 24 hours with flu-like symptoms, fever, cough, and aches, for example. 26 patients have been diagnosed with the flu since the start of the flu season. Officials say the restrictions will also help get the word out that this is flu season and hope it'll remind people to take extra care when washing their hands and covering their mouth when they cough or sneeze.
Influenza season has started earlier than it has in other years. However, these measures do tend to keep our patients safe.
Hospital officials will continue to monitor the flu and will lift the visitation restrictions after the flu season. In Lexington, Sam Smith, WKYT.
Sam, thank you very much. Now, there are 18 confirmed flu cases in Lexington, many more suspected. Doctors say it is not too late to get a flu shot, and you can get vaccinated from 9 until 3 tomorrow on Newtown Pike at the Health Department. Kentucky's peak flu season isn't until late January or early February. Keep that in mind. Boxing legend and Kentucky native Muhammad Ali is in the hospital this afternoon recovering from a mild case of pneumonia. A spokesperson for the former heavyweight boxing champion says Ali, who suffers from Parkinson's disease, was admitted early Saturday morning. He is being treated by a team of doctors. He is stable this midday. His prognosis thought to be good because the pneumonia was caught early. Well, a traffic alert for drivers in Lexington here at midday.
Blasting for the New Circle Road widening project is impacting another road this week. State transportation crews will shut down Alexandria Drive between the roundabout and Viley Road about one more time today and twice tomorrow, today at 3 p.m. Blasting along Alexandria is scheduled for 9 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon on both days. 4 blasts are also planned today on New Circle. Crews are widening the circle between Versailles and Leestown roads. Drivers are getting an early Christmas present at the gas pump. The Lindbergh survey shows the national average for a gallon of regular is now ringing in at $2.37 a gallon. That's down 46 cents from this time last month and down 85 cents from this time last year. Experts say lower crude oil prices are driving prices down, along with an abundant oil supply and the rising value of the U.S. dollar. Here in Kentucky, the average is $2.23 a gallon. The lowest price we found was $1.96 in Elizabethtown, the highest $2.99 near Louisville.